Wow, we are already in January 2025. Woo! Okay, it is 8:30 and we are going to open up our uh, magic and wisdom of essential oils. Today, Joseph and I are here. We have friends from Turkey. Teresa's here from Seaside, Oregon, Alberta. So Canada's in the house. Yay. And Cecile is on the East Coast. So I want to tell you about our friend we have here today, Dr. Cecile Ellert. And she is a renowned holistic aromatherapist, an author, I think, 6 books maybe?
Yeah.
Educator, currently serving as our NAHA International Director for France, Eastern Alsace, I guess.
Alsace.
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 I love it. It's got some sass in it. I love it.
He's sassy, yeah.
She has a deep commitment to research and education. And she recently attained her PhD in quantum healing therapy and quantum aromatherapy from Bircham International University in Madrid. And her groundbreaking doctoral work was made possible by Bircham International University's visionary program, which wholeheartedly embraces bioenergetic therapies and other unique curriculum in this field. Who would have thought, right? Cecile is the founder of Aroma Pro, a groundbreaking, maybe someday it'll be Aroma Pro, a groundbreaking online holistic aromatherapy school that stands out as the sole French language institute of its kind. Wow. Her teachings blend therapeutic potential of essential oils with principles of Chinese medicine, which we are excited to talk about today, and providing accessible knowledge to both professionals and non-professionals alike. Whoa. She's now based in the US. Dr. Ellert is recently completed her latest book, Breathe, Love, Heal. And in this remarkable publication, she unveils her spiritual healing method, Aroma Soul Therapy, providing readers with a spontaneous and practical guide to energetic healing with quantum aromatherapy. Whoa. So today she's still motivated by the desire to learn, and she's just joined a year of courses to develop new resources in sustainability at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, otherwise known as MIT. So without further ado, I present Dr. Cecile Ellert. Woo! Cecilia in the house. Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Angela. Thanks, Joseph.
That's
Yeah.
that's a lot to pack into a bio. And I think for the next hour, we're just going to be unpacking that. What do you say, Joseph?
I say we take a quantum leap on this one, okay?
Yes.
And if you have some lemon essential oil, that might facilitate the jump, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to put a drop on Pericardium 8 right there in the palm. Laugon, Labor Palace.
I don't have mine pre-diluted, so I'm putting a drop of oil on one finger and then diluting it down so I can distribute it. So that's the quick and dirty way.
Yeah, and if everyone has a lemon with them, I can play and change your lemon in something else, for instance, like rose.
Cyclic terpene assembly? What?
No.
So
Could you, and you'll smell the difference.
Okay.
All right. So I'm putting it on PC8.
Yeah. You know, it's very easy. It's very easy. If you hold your lemon in front of you, I'll smell your lemon first, so you know how lemony it is. Okay, smell your lemon, and then, and I can even show you, you can even check, I have some lemon here that I brought back from Whole Foods the other day. It's a regular lemon. I had no more lemon. And I just check with my pendulum. I ask my guy to make the pendulum swirl if this is lemon. I'm gonna do it on Angela's. Angela, show me your lemon.
Mine's from Mountain Rose Herbs.
Yeah, voilà. Alors, show me your lemon, and I'm gonna ask my guy to make the pendulum swirl if this is lemon in Angela's bottle. And it swirls, so it is lemon, okay? Now, Angela, hold it for me right here. Okay, don't move. It's fine. Okay, maintenant. Go ahead, Angela. First, I'm going to show you with the pendulum what it is. Let's check. I'm going to ask my guide to make this pendulum swirl if there is rose essential oil in Angela's bottle. Yeah. So now, Angela, smell that and smell the difference.
There's a different edge to it. But what I think was most interesting when you were doing that is when I experience oils, I have a certain sway. My body rotates in a certain way for an oil. When
Yeah.
when I was standing here holding this, my body started swaying like rose, like I experience it with rose. So that was very, very interesting. How does all this work, Cecile? How does it work? Tell us.
You know, the thing is, I never did it on purpose. This is the worst part because originally with my, I had to show first when I did my thesis, it was all about vibrations. You know, when you talk about quantum healing, usually it's all about vibration. So it was a lot about showing how a very highly vibrating oil, when it's smelled, breathed, change your own vibration and how it impacts the vibrations on the organs you need to heal, when you need to act on certain part of your body, stimulate regeneration on certain part of your body. And when actually there are studies showing that the higher it vibrates, different things happened on the photon side, photon emission. And anyway, so since there is a lot of research on vibration, I based all what I did on vibration. And we found with my students, it was funny because all my PhD, I prepared that thanks to my students who have been my guinea pigs a lot. And we tried a lot of things. And I had to film them, to record what we were doing so I could show it for my final presentation. And by doing a lot of experiment, at one point, we found ways to manipulate as much as we wanted the vibrations of anything, absolutely anything. For instance, here I have some tea, and I can make it vibrate like rose essential oil if I want, or I can make it vibrate high enough so it is identified as rose, and it gives exactly the same level of vibration you need from a rose. Because what is interesting in a rose or any essential oils, it is how it makes you vibrate. So it's going to change your chemistry, because vibration changes the chemistry. So of course, when you increase any vibrations in an essential oil, you also have an impact on the chemistry, so automatically on the smell. And so we've been manipulating oils like that a lot. And now, you can completely, with the technique we've put together, you can drink. And it's funny because, for instance, when you need to heal something like an eye, you have something wrong with the eyes. Usually, the other day I had one of my students, she had this horrible eye infection. And of course, she couldn't put essential oils in it. But what we did is I asked her, now the thing is I can do that at distance. I can completely apply essential oil at distance on someone's eyes and instantly remove the infection. And this is what we did with her. I know it's hard to believe like that when you never did that, but it's very instant. And if anyone in here has any issues, I can show them how it works. I mean, not how it works, because it's going to be hard to show them how it works, but I can make them experiment that. But it is instant. And it is what I'm trying to express in the book that you've been talking about, Breathe, Love, Heal. It is, this book is the introduction to all this work that we've put together with my students and that ended up in my doctorate thesis about vibrations and essential oils and healing the body just by breathing it. But with, you know, so in this book, I just selected 15 essential oils. And one of them is the lemon. And I chose them because of their high level of vibration. And then when, you know, we don't decide, okay, today we're going to need lemon. We say, we connect actually quantumly to a quantum partner. And then we identify quantumly, so completely without thinking about it, we identify the oil we need the most for the day. This is what I do all the time. Every day I do that. I don't try to understand what happens to me in advance. I just identify the oil I need the most, and my students do that, and other people who read this book do that. And once they understand which oils not understand, but once they identify this oil, the oil talks to them and tell them, okay, today I got the lemon. Okay, what does that mean? It means that I have issues to repair on the heart level, on the circulatory perhaps, but certainly I need to balance my heart meridian, I perhaps to do something on my liver. And then from there, we use means of identification, like for instance, a pendulum. And then we work down to the origin. So it's much easier because when it's quantum, there is no limit in terms of time or space. And so you can already identify things that have not manifested yet, but are on the way, and you can stop them from manifesting and you can act way before.
I think that anybody here who's a Reiki practitioner understands this, especially if you've given distance Reiki. I ran across a quote from Tesla, and he said, to understand the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Yeah.
And I think we are in the realm of doing that now in the healing arts. Certainly Reiki was my first introduction to it. Einstein also said the future of medicine will be medicine in the form of frequencies.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we are in the 21st century actually doing this.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, it is what makes a big difference between what is alive and what is not.
Mm-hmm.
The more you have the highest frequency, the highest level of life. And this is the issue when you are using only dead products to heal people.
Mm-hmm.
You are giving them death. You are not giving them life. And this is also how I found out that some essential oils are actually flat and dead, and some are not.
Mm-hmm.
This because, you know, I took the habit now when I have people to take care of and they have essential oils, I always ask them, okay, show me your oils. And I don't just look, okay, this is from this brand. No, I take one oil and I check how much they vibrate. And if this oil is not vibrating at least 150 megahertz, I don't let them use it. It has to vibrate a lot higher than that. And this is how I found out that a lot of oils actually were completely flat. And I already talked to you about that last time we saw each other in Salt Lake City. It was very funny to make people discover that the oil they were using were actually just chemical products.
Mhm.
And you want to stay away from just chemical products. You don't want to just let your body absorb dead chemical products. You want to, approach your health with something very alive, very vibrant. This is how it's going to change. And this is how it's going to talk to all the layers, when you think chakras and when you think aura, you have all these layers, energetic layer around you. And, the higher the essential oil will vibrate, the further back in your subconscious mind, it's going to go work and rebalance things and heal things and go where at the origin of your imbalances and issues. This is so important.
Absolutely. Yeah. I always think of a disease state in the body as a very low vibration. And we can talk about this in relationship to food as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, junk foods have a terribly low vibration. So if
And
we're feeding our body high vibration, we're raising above that disease level.
but you know what, Angela? The worst is it's not just the type of food, it is how it's been prepared and with what intention. Because, this is why I hate going to restaurants, because, who is making your food in the kitchen? If it's someone that is not having fun doing it and really in a bad mood and not feeling like it's hard and it's more just like food, it is disgusting. I hate eating something that is just considered food.
Mhm.
In French also, we never talk about food. We just we always talk about cuisine, and it's not the same thing. I was very, I discovered that in China. In China, they talk about when they say that you are about to eat something very good, they don't say that you will feel joy or feel good. They say that your stomach will be happy.
Mhm.
And to me, it is horrible. Anyway, so there is a whole dimension of joy that is not there when you're not just talking about food, but which is there when you're bringing more vibration with intention, from intention, and from someone who has the intention of making you happy with the food. And Rose was asking how to measure. Yeah, having just a pendulum is the greatest way. Or if you are doing muscle response testing, also is the best way to check on. But if you want me to check for you some of the oils, I can do it also.
Yeah, you can do the muscle testing Joseph was just talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I got that signal there, Joseph.
Muscle, personally, I never succeed doing that. I was doing that on people, but not on me. And that's why I chose the pendulum, because with my students, it was much easier to watch. You watch
Right.
when it's going straight and you watch when it's starting to swirl. And since we are asking the pendulum to swirl to confirm something, if it swirls, it's good. It means that, yes, yeah, it is. And usually what we do is, for instance, if I take the lemon, well, now it's not a lemon, but we can show the difference. If it's just a lemon, I can ask my guide, thank you for making my pendulum swirl. If this essential oil vibrates at least 200 megahertz.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is a very high, very good quality lemon, by the way. And
So
now,
put a yes or a Y in the chat if you have ever used a pendulum. I'm curious to know who's used a pendulum before in working with essential oils or in practice at all. Joseph has. Roxandra, yeah. Teresa, okay. Okay. So it's about 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, and Angela, just show me your rose. Since now it is rose.
My rose, I have a,
Yeah, your
oh,
fake
here we go.
rose.
Rose by any other name would smell
Rose
of
by
vanilla.
any
Because-
other name. Okay.
Because rose should vibrate at least 300. So I'm gonna check on your rose. I'm gonna ask. No, not this one. The one I did for you.
The
Oh,
lemon has been
the lemon
purified.
that you, okay.
Yeah, exactly. This
Okay.
one. Okay, let's check this one. I'm gonna ask. Okay, thank you for making this pendulum swirl. If this rose vibrates at least 300 megahertz, and this is the case, which wouldn't be the case of a lemon.
Right.
But you know, I can show you that with my lemon, which was just vibrating at 200. If I make it, let's say I'm going to make it vibrate more. Okay. Let's check at how much it vibrates now. You can check anything like that. But, so I'm going to ask my pendulum to swirl. I'm going to ask my guy to make the pendulum swirl if this oil vibrates at more than 300. Yeah. And actually, I think it vibrates a lot more than that. And so you can absolutely have a completely shitty type of oil like this one. You know, I found this one is a very old magnolia from, I don't remember why I got that. And it's really horrible.
Mhm.
And
That was a French response.
and if I try it, if anyone wants to try and look at how much it vibrates, I'm gonna ask make the pendulum swirl if that oil vibrates at least 100. No, not even 100. But we can make it better and make it smell better, and we can make it useful by changing its vibration. Okay. So I asked to make the pendulum swirl if that vibrates at least 300. Yeah. So if anyone has a bad oil, I can show them how just by changing the vibration, suddenly they have an oil that smells completely different and that they can finally use as a therapeutic tool. And I did that with a girl that we met in Salt Lake City last time. She had very bad oils. Very bad, very famous bad oils. I won't talk about the brand here because I don't dare
Famously
do
bad.
that. Huh?
Famously bad.
No, they are not famously bad because everyone thinks they are very good. And
Mhm.
I found out by checking my clients' oils quality that they were all flat. And so I met one of the girls in charge of the production of these oils. And I never smelled one of these oil myself. I always checked my clients. So she brought me some and I checked them myself and I smelled them myself. And I show her and I said, look what happens with your oils. Nothing happened. It doesn't swirl. It doesn't vibrate whatsoever. And millions of people, I don't know how many people are buying that and paying tons of money for it. And I did that for her. I changed one of her flat oil into something vibrating. Unfortunately, it only lasts for 2 days. But yeah, if someone has a bad oil, I can make it a nice oil for her. But it's not the purpose here. But
she was the newly hired chemist for that company too.
Yeah.
So I think she was, on one level, because she was trained as a chemist, was having a hard time because,
Yeah.
when we're trained in aromatherapy, we're trained a lot in the chemistry, monoterpenes
Yeah,
and sesquiterpenes
exactly.
and things.
Yeah.
And so she was having a hard time wrapping her head around
No,
vibration.
because the thing is, they hired her as a doctor in chemistry, and she knew nothing about the oils. And so I asked her about, we talked about it, and she absolutely didn't know oils were supposed to vibrate. And she was completely flat after when I told her that, and then I showed her what it was doing on her body to smell something as bad as that. And she said, how can we change it? And I said, you cannot change that. It is the way they make money. They make money with, actually these oils are flat because they are completed together, like they add a little bit of oxide, a little bit of terpenes or something like that to make sure that the chromo is going to be, the proper one for the product they are asking for. And in this case, the oils don't vibrate, but they sell it very, very expensive. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people are using oils that actually are not, they are just, expensive chemical products.
So, Cecile, when you're talking about working in the quantum field and the energetics, how do you overlay that with traditional Chinese medicine? Because in acuaromatherapy, we're working with specific points and oils to affect that meridian. So I'm curious.
Alors now I don't bother. It's becoming so hyper easy and simple because, before that, of course, when I identified that I had to work on, I don't know, spleen, for instance, or triple heater, I would do that. I would put an oil that would work on my triple heater and everything. Triple warmer, you call it warmer, triple warmer. And now I just correct an oil to correct my triple warmer and smell it, and that's it.
So where does somebody start with this?
Pericardium 8 lemon.
Yes, tell us more about Pericardium 8, Joseph, how we're going to start with this.
Well, I mean, it's all about whether you can grasp something or not. All right. And if I'm doing Reiki, there's an emanation in Qigong. Heart energy, pericardium energy channeled, moving out, but also moving in. If I'm doing Qigong, these are where I draw heaven in. And kidney 1 on the bottom is where I draw earth in. All right. And they're going to circulate. So, it's a fire point. It's fire squared. All right. So the balancing of fire and the allowing of fire. Cecile, you used the word joy earlier. All right. Joy is an expression of fire. It could be too much. It could be too little. It could be a nice home fire, sitting by the fire. You put your hands out there, and Pericardium 8 is basically taking in the quantum heat of that fire. Before we had the word quantum, people wouldn't use that. They say, oh, that feels good. That's nice, okay? And that ability to grasp, if I hold a tool, my chi is moving here. This is a tool. My chi moves from Pericardium 8 out through the end of the tool, and that's where I highlight or write or do brush calligraphy or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? So can you grasp that? Does that make some sense? Can you handle that?
I know something that we are using an exercise that it is called emptying the heart trash.
Ooh, tell me more.
And it is
Someone's
about
got to check it out.
holding a pen and writing without writing anything you want. 7 minutes without stopping using the pen.
Right.
And stopping holding the pen, 7 minutes. And it's called about emptying the heart trash. Yeah, and I do that sometimes, and I make my patients do that also because you know, it's you don't need to write anything readable. It can be, you know, scribble, whatever, but it is the gesture, the move, anything.
movement, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it matter if you're left or right-handed,
No,
yin or yang? Okay.
no, I don't think so. And the thing is, the first time I did that, you were not that there, Angela? I don't remember. No, it was also in Salt Lake City, but it was a long time ago. And they diffused some rock rose in the room while we were doing that, which is a heart oil. Bon. Of course, rock rose is a trauma oil. It's the oil that will heal anything from head to toe in terms of emotional healing as well as physical healing. So it's interesting to empty the heart waste, the heart waste basket, while breathing something that is supposed to heal. Yeah, you need.
Florian Berkmeyer and Kathy Skipper use oils like that a lot. Rock rose, galbanum, some really interesting oils in trauma work and heart work. Yeah,
Exactly. And in the quantum version, so we are not doing like okay, I certainly have a trauma to heal. We just connect to a quantum field to get the answer. And with the connection, we end up this, you know, I do like you, Angela, I use some cards. But the thing is, the way you connect, you use the cards to identify what you need to know. And from that card, you understand where you have to go. And then what is very helpful is to have a pendulum that will help you narrow down the original issue and work on it.
you can do this for a group too, can't you, Cecile? You can
Yes,
do
I can
like
completely, you know, I'm going to show you something. I can identify the weaknesses that all these people have in common, and we can completely correct them. I did that. I know you were here in no, you were not. It was in
you're at Nashville at the AIA.
no, not in Nashville. In Nashville, I had this whole room in front of me, and I did that. I corrected the whole room. It was very funny. But I had some guinea pigs first. I had Kelly, Abla, and Jonathan as guinea pigs. And after I played on the guinea pigs, the room was much more eager to let me play on them. It was easier.
Yeah, I would imagine you meet a bit of skepticism. I mean,
Yeah.
people kind of know about quantum physics, but we've never applied it in this way.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
exciting and scary a little bit at the same time.
Yeah, I know. So Kelly and Jonathan were kind enough to be my guinea pigs. It helped.
Just a
Yeah.
word. Quantum is a buzzword, but quantum is something that has existed forever. All light is created by a quantum reaction. An electron dropping out of orbit, going down, puts the light out, the photon out. And I mean, all of these things are grown in the light. We're surrounded by magic, and we kind of want to dumb it down.
But you know, it's not very lucrative to have magic, you know. Nobody wants you to, yeah. You know, if everyone knew everything about what I'm teaching and what Angela teaches, you know, not so many people would go to the emergency room or places like that. And not so many people would be doomed to use drugs all their life. So it's not very lucrative. It's not a good business model.
Hmm.
Let's put it this way. But yeah, all what people have in common here is really a matter. Oh, it's so surprising about letting go, about transition. It's funny. It's transition comes back so often right now when I look at groups and what they have in common. It sounds like so many people are going through transition. And anything transitional is always very stressful. And it's all related also to being a parent or having parent or feeling as a parent. It depends on people. But yeah, it's interesting. Everyone seems to be weakened by this transition. I don't know if people in the chat, if they can, you guys tell me if you can weaken by a type of a transition right now. Or perhaps you don't even know it's because of a transition.
Could this relate to a transformation as well?
Yeah, any type of
Those
transition,
growing pains. It may be growing pains with your business. It may be growing pains.
Yeah, it's a feeling of having to move, to change things, to let the bad ones behind and to move towards something new and better. This is a transition. And here it affects a lot when we were talking about heart. I don't know if the 5 pericardium works on lymphatic, but here they all need lymphatic stimulation. It looks like their heart meridian is a little bit sluggish. And by simply, breathing more of this lemon we've been talking about would be a good thing to stimulate their lymphatic and, to shake it, and to
And so
shake.
much in wintertime, we don't get that extra movement that we need.
Yeah,
So we do get stagnant.
exactly. And I think it shows, lymphatic is sluggish with everyone. So I'm gonna just alors, if all of you guys have an oil, you can put the oil in front of you and I can correct this oil. So in the same time, I can help you with this transition. I can make it much easier emotionally. Okay. If all of you can hold your oil right here. Okay.
Just Virginia, just
Good. When you're okay, I can go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna check if you guys are all corrected. I'm gonna make this pendulum swirl if you guys are all corrected. Yeah. Good. So
Wow.
I've made you smell my own lemon because it was such a good one.
Swirling. I'm just like I'm still in your quantum field here, Cecile. I'm just like, oh.
It is incredible, this technique, because you can make anyone breathe any oil from any distance. And the worst, the better is you can even apply it. So I had fun for my thesis. Since I was my jury was Spanish, I chose a very famous Spanish actor so they could relate. So I chose Javier Bardem as a guinea pig to apply essential oils on him. And so, well, of course, I couldn't ask him, how are you feeling after and before? But I used my pendulum to check him on various level, because you can check with your pendulum the level of stress, you can check the level of happiness, the level of, how your adrenals are vibrating, and how, if your level of hormones is normal, if your anything related to hormones is very easy to check with your pendulum. Anyway, so on him, it was at a time where, it was right after the beginning of what happened in Russia and in all the conflicts over there. And he was very, very affected by that. And I could check his level of stress was very high. And so I chose the oil I needed. I found the oils I needed the most. I don't remember which one it was. And I did him a massage, a virtual massage, which was so good on this guy. Anyway, and I could measure it after. And of course, his adrenals were, much more balanced, and his level of cortisol automatically dropped. If someone has pain right now, if someone has pain anywhere in the neck, in the back, and can show them, I can, give them instant relief at distance. No one? Everyone is happy and painless, pain-free. Angela, you're not feeling bad?
No, I
Rose?
feel great today.
Bon, too bad. Everyone is so, it's a pity. I would have, but yeah.
So,
Alexandra, my back is acting up. Bon,
oh,
alors,
Alexandra, okay.
I'm gonna check on her back. I'm gonna check her level of pain on her back. Yeah, but it is on the lower back. Lower back is much more difficult because it could come from something else. Yeah, it is. I can try because it is really musculoskeletal. It is not related to her belly. So let me see. I'm going to do a little massage on Alexandra's back. Her level of pain. Wait, let me check her level of pain. Yeah, not bad. Wow. It is pretty high. I like the way she said acting back. Acting up. Yeah, it's pretty high, the level of pain. So it's above 5 on 10. So let me see. Let's see. It should be. No, it's not so high, but let's see. Let's say it's around 6 on 10. Okay, I'm just gonna correct my lemon so it's gonna relieve Alexandra's pain. Okay. So Alexandra, don't move. You're gonna, you should be able to feel something different. Okay. Alexandra, now that I have my hands on you, let me see. Alexandra, you have a gallbladder issue?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, but I can feel it. And you know, the good thing is when it's quantum, you can feel it much better, much before, and it is related to your gallbladder meridian. Don't you have pain on the side of your thigh?
No.
Okay, back.
If I may, Roxandra, does
Yes.
the pain extend from the back to somewhere? Into the hip, for instance, down the leg?
Not right now.
Not right.
No,
I'm all right
years
on her-
ago I had that, but right now it's just localized right side of the back.
Yeah, it is. I'm on her butt right now, so I'm gonna move that because okay. Yeah, your bladder also is not is imbalanced, Alexandra.
That I know.
Not only the
That I know.
yeah. Okay. And it's funny that you talk about, you didn't say anything. I found out it was on the lower back, but actually you're sensitive behind your scapula on the rhomboid right now. And it goes up to here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to check on your level of pain right now. So make the pendulum swirl if Ruxandra's level of pain is below 5 on 10. Yeah. So it went down. Let's see. Yeah, it went down to like under 2 on 10. Have you tried to move? Can you try to?
It is better.
Yeah. And you'll see that. But you know, if I were you, I would do some stretching on here because
I do daily.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing that in physical therapy right now, and
Yeah, because to me, your pancreas is not working the way it should. And if I were you, I would use some pancreatic enzymes. Are you using that already?
no.
Yeah. You have digestive issues. You cannot digest properly some grease and stuff like that, and you absolutely need pancreatic enzymes.
Okay. Yeah, grease, I've never liked it since I was a little kid. I didn't like fatty foods.
Yeah. But there are fatty foods and fatty foods. The thing is, you absolutely need grease for your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
High vibration grease, okay?
yeah. But yeah, you need some. If I were you, I would check with my pendulum a very good quality pancreatic enzymes, and yeah, because you don't want to. Yeah, you have a predisposition to gallbladder stones. And you don't want that. You want to act before. And before is now. So be careful not to go for these enzymes.
Okay.
Enzymes. And bladder, you said, yeah, because usually when you have predispositions to one type of stones, you have these stones also predisposed on, if you have predisposition for gallbladder stones, it could be also for kidney stones, and just checking. Yeah.
I had kidney stone earlier this last year.
Yeah. So I hope you're using grapefruit essential oil on your belly regularly.
No, I have not.
Yeah, this is the
But I
best.
will.
You need grapefruit essential oil a
I've
lot.
been eating grapefruit a lot lately.
Yeah, it's good, but the essential oil is the best to dissolve as much as possible any type of, and also you need to, if I were you, I would use a supplement of citrate, magnesium, and calcium, because that, if you are creating stones, it's because you're not dealing properly with your calcium. And that it is the best I found for my clients who are making stones, so it doesn't reappear, is to have citrate in the same supplement. You need to have the magnesium and the calcium in the same citrate supplements together. Don't take it separately. You need to find it together. And I think it's about 300 milligrams each in the same cap. Take caps and don't take pills.
Okay.
But really, I would, encourage you to take pancreatic enzymes. And your level of digestion will completely change, and you'll be able to widen the way you eat, because otherwise you're going to create some resistance. Perhaps you certainly have some already. Sorry. But it's going to change a lot your lower back.
Thank you.
So
You're welcome.
Cecile, if somebody wants to learn this, or somebody wants to work with you, how
to
direct them to the right, or if they want to get your book.
But they can start with the book. To learn that, I didn't open it in English yet, but it is ready. It took me a while to decide. Wait, I have some info. Where is it? The English version of that should be here. Yeah. But I have to decide yet when I'm going to start, because this has, the way I do it in French, it is a full year, because it requires a lot of training. It is not complicated, but it requires quite a lot of training, and it's a full year of, I have 3 levels. I can show you what it is.
It'd be fun just to have like a mini course on working with the pendulum in this.
Yes.
That would be a wonderful like webinar or workshop that would.
Yeah, I did that already. And I can do it if you want. I can put together a mini course. Usually what I do is I do a mini course on pendulum and psychic attacks. Because a lot of people are, yeah.
Can you put a link to get a hold of you into the chat?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
If people want to hang out with her in person, Cecile and I both are going to be speaking at the NAHA conference in October in Tampa, Florida. So that's naha.org, naha.org, and you can find out more about the conference there. They will do a virtual version, but I'm telling you, it's so much fun to show up in person.
Yes,
I'm going.
Yay, Joseph's going to be there. It'll be the first time I get to hug Joseph.
So there is that, but I'm
excited.
I have
Seattle, but we won't we'll always have Paris.
Yeah, okay, here I have a little link to get an appointment with me to talk.
Great.
This is easier.
I don't want to cut anything short, but we have all the time we need in the next 5 minutes.
Does
Yes.
anybody have any questions, like something burning that you want to ask Cecile and explore a little bit more?
Just one last thing. My specialty, like everyone doing what we do, is what is not resolved by regular medicine. So if you guys have stuff like Ruxandra, for instance, who's been trying to do a lot of things and it doesn't go anywhere, usually because you're not looking at the proper spot. And I have a tendency to put my finger where it hurts the most right away.
I have been accused of
very, very
similar.
quick. Yeah, quantum makes it very, very quick. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oui, frequencies of essential oils on acupoint. It makes things different because, of course, the higher the frequency, the higher the vibration, the higher the impact. Yeah. On acupuncture. It's the same.
And then we can get into the intention of the point and the oil and the practitioner or the person in self-care and how that elevates or can de-elevate the frequency.
Yeah.
Intention is everything.
Absolutely. It's just like the food, the difference between cuisine and something that's going to make your stomach feel good. That's intention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what the difference between just material and art. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something and art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, they are so, timid. Nobody asks anything.
Well,
I think you're still absorbing it all.
I have a quantum gift I want to put into the chat. Let me see if I can do that.
We have quantum gifts today.
Yes. Can this
Because
miracles of modern technology? I think it just did. So that's a Chinese New Year's blessing banner.
it's going to be Chinese New Year's this month.
Yeah.
Are we already? That's right.
29th.
We are going into the serpent, the snake.
Yes, the wood snake.
Snake.
You'll notice there's 2 Chinese characters and they're upside down.
Yeah.
The quick explanation, the quantum explanation, okay? There is a word Dao in Chinese. The character, okay, sounds like Dao, and it means arriving. It will come to you. There's another word Dao, sounds exactly the same, very different character, sounds the same, and it means upside down. So when you put a character upside down, it will be arriving. Okay. So we have good fortune and spring. Those are the 2 characters upside down there. So it's the Spring Festival in China. It's not Chinese New Year's. We call it that. Okay. So spring and good fortune will be arriving. Okay. The banner is something of a magnet or an attractor. You put it behind the cash register and the good fortune of money comes in. Okay.
Wow.
You put it you put it in the kitchen. Ideally, you're going to appease the kitchen god. You put it in the kitchen and it brings good food and even excellent cuisine into the, okay? Don't put it in the bathroom. Don't put it in the bathroom because you don't want your good fortune going down the sink or the toilet.
Exactly.
I'm often asked, can I put it in the bedroom? And I say, that's up to you. So you have good fortune coming to you. All right?
By the way, for business, I don't know if you guys know about it, but the most propice essential oil for business is basil.
Basil.
Yeah.
I love basil.
Ocimum basilicum.
Yeah. Holy basil or?
No, Ocimum basilicum, it is holy basil. You can diffuse it where you work and it brings business.
Mm.
I'm going to cash in on that.
Yeah. Oh, Joseph. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here with us and stepping into the quantum field a little bit, and thank Cecile for playing with us today in the quantum field
Yeah.
and exploring. And I hope
And
this keeps you curious about learning more and expanding your own acuaroma knowledge and maybe tiptoeing into the quantum as well.
yeah. And if you guys join us in Tampa, we can meet and play.
That would be a quantum leap.
Yes, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
quantum leap to Tampa, Florida in October and share
Yeah,
some fun
exactly.
times at the conference. Really, the
Yeah, we
knockout
all
conferences are they're my tribe, but and I'm the Oregon director. And I'll tell you what, it's like a giant slumber party
Yeah,
camp for a few days.
exactly.
It is. We have so
And
much fun.
Yeah.
then we can have a quantum dance.
We could. We
I
do have a
never
dance
did
on
that.
Saturday night. We do. We get up and we go to the banquet and we dance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So we always end with sending some energy to everyone. Now this is going to be lemon charged or rose vibration.
Let me add this
Day.
too. Put in the chat, put into Acuroma enthusiasts. All right.
Acuaromatherapy enthusiasts. Yes.
Thank you, Angela, for the full and complete statement there. What do we want to do next month and the month after that?
Yeah. Let's dream a little bit. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for being who you are,
Thanks, guys.
for sending your own vibration out into the world every single day. You are amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.